you, home improvement registers are not licensed contractors. Always check, make sure they're licensed contractors. Do not use these home improvement. You open yourself up to some possible problems. Check with your attorney. I think he'll agree with me. But this is how you check it. You go to this site, type in the name, it's going to tell you what he is. He's going to either be a licensed contractor, a home improvement registered, or no license at all. I highly recommend you don't use a registered, because as chairman, I see that's where all our troubles are at the State Contractors Board. The other thing is, they have one-page contracts. That's bad. I think attorney will agree with me. We're going to send you a spec sheet. It's being very specific. We have a 27-page contract. You must read your contract. We're going to cover everything with you if you do business with Mallett. We're not going to try to play games and tell you something that's not in writing. That's where the trouble starts, folks. You got to make sure you get everything that's agreed to in writing. A well-understood deal is written. What happens with that stuff is it can, well, I didn't hear you say that, or oh, you misunderstood me. But when you got a written contract and you go over everything line by line, it's hard to make a mistake. The other thing is, read your contract. The time it's like if you went and did a loan, you'd read the contract. If you bought a car, you'd read the contract. Now, in Mallett Buildings, we are the best. We've been doing it longer than anybody. We have over 22,000 buildings on the ground. We have an A+ rating with the BBB. We are the biggest and the best. How do we control quality control? Unlike our competitors who do not really care about quality control, in my opinion, we have what we call an Arlo camera system. What is that? That's a system that we have over 80 cameras in the field. At your job, we're going to put a camera. We can watch your job from the office. When we do our inspections, we're going to pick up that camera, walk around. I can talk to you through the camera. I can see everything and make sure that we do the inspection correctly with you. Every phase, the building phase, the concrete, the forming phase, the concrete phase, all done from our office. We are taking care of quality control. We're monitoring your job 24/7 if we choose to, because we can get on there and watch anytime we want. And I think that's why and we did this, I guess, 2-3 years ago, and it has really made a big difference. I love the program. I love having the quality control. I just love it. The other part about quality control is this. If you have an issue with anybody that works at Mallett Buildings, you have my personal cell phone number. If they don't call you back, if they talk to you wrong, whatever, call me. Don't worry about them getting in trouble. They got a job to do, and that's take care of you. And if they're not taking care of you, I need to know, because I'm going to make sure they take care of you. That's my job, okay? My name's on those buildings. So I want you to have a great experience. And the only way to make sure that happens is if you have any issues, you have someone you can call 24/7, and that's me. And my cell number, 337-515-2154. It's on every page of the contract. There's one page in here that specifically says if you have any issues, to call me immediately, okay? My competitors aren't doing that. Why? I don't think they're interested in quality control. They're interested in get the money, do the building, go to the next one. The reason why we've been in business 22 years is because I want to make sure you're taken care of. I want to do you a good job, and I want to make sure you have that experience. Remember that. So understand the Arlo camera system, and I will go ahead maybe in the next few month or week or two, we'll go live, and I'll show you that I can go to every job that's under construction. We presently are going to run anywhere from 9 to 13 jobs every week. We're building that many every week. Now, my competitors aren't doing that. They don't have the manpower, they don't have the equipment, they don't have the facilities. Okay? We are the best. It's just that simple. When you've been in business 22 years, with that many buildings on the ground, it's just, there's no comparison. And on top of that, we are really licensed contractors where they're not even trying to be licensed contractors. So when you're thinking about buying a building, give us a shot, because I'm going to tell you, when you study everything about our operation, come see our facility. Go see their facilities. There's no comparison. We just added over 28,000 more square feet at the facility. Why? To be able to serve you better. We now can bring in more materials. We're buying materials all the time, but we're able to do a better job because we have the facilities to bring in, pack, rain or shine, nothing stops us. Okay? So come visit us and see the facility, and I recommend you go see everybody else's facility, because several of these guys are working out their house. If they're not willing to invest money, they're not going to be here in the long term. They're short-termers, okay? When things are going to get tough, we're going to be there. Even if this economy slows down, Mallett Buildings has always survived. 22 years. I've gone through the ups and downs. Several companies have not, because they're not in for the long term. They're not prepared to take on the possible whatever it is. Now, when you start talking about what's going on in a downturn, let's talk about a building. What other product is there on the market that you can invest your money and it's going to increase in value and it's going to be there for 50, 60, 70 years? Can't do it with a car. Can't do it with a lawnmower. Can't do it with a tractor. Can't do it with a boat. You can with a building. What increases the value of your property? If you have a home, you have a big storage building, you got an apartment, whatever you do with the building, it's going to increase the value of your property if you decide to sell. Now, obviously, with everything that's occurred in the country, a lot of people, and we see that this is what's happening, people are learning to stay home and go back to the way it used to be in the olden days. Instead of going out and eat, they build outdoor kitchens, they build buildings where they can bring friends to their house, and they save money by doing that, okay? And we see a trend where people are starting to do that. Instead of going out and eat, they're keeping their disposable income at home because it's a lot cheaper to do that. The other thing is, if they have a family member, they can take the building, they can convert it to apartments, they can convert it to an outdoor, whatever you want to do with it. But now's not the time. And at the same time, if you have a boat, if you have a lawnmower, if you leave it outside, Mother Nature's going to tear it up. It ain't going to be much left to it. So what does that building do? That building is going to make sure that your whatever you've invested in is now out of the weather so that Mother Nature can't deteriorate it. When you look at a Mallett building, you got a 40-year warranty against rot, a lifetime warranty against rot, fungal decay on the structure, the frame. The metal has a 40-year warranty on chip and fading. It's going to go beyond 40 years, okay? But what other product can you invest your money in and get that kind of return? Now, compare a car to a Mallett building. Let's look at this right here. Today, you can buy a 30 by 50 by 12, a Mallett building, for $39,999. What does a car cost you? But the problem with a car, it depreciates the minute you drive it off the lot. This will take care of the car. You'll keep it out the weather, your truck, whatever. There's nothing better investing than a building. It protects your assets. And if you look at the price compared to a car or a truck, they're going to be $50, $60, $70, $80, $100,000. So $40,000 is cheap. It's a good buy compared to a car or a tractor. With inflation, look at the cost of all those things. Yes, inflation has hit building materials, but it's still the best buy. There's nothing like it. Okay, so here's the 30 by 50. You want to go a little bigger? Yeah, we got a 50 by 60. She's $64,999. You can't buy a loaded pickup for that. It'll cost you $40,000 more. You got a 40 by 50. You can get this one for $48,999. Now these are all Mallett buildings. Okay, these are loaded up. These babies carry. And I'll just take one. Let's just take, and they all come with the same thing. They're going to get gutters, free post protectors, free skirt board guard, a 10 by 10 roll up, 136 walkthrough, 6 by 6 ground treated post every 10 feet, all 100% number 2 or better ground treated kill dried lumber on the girts and the purlins, 4-inch concrete slab, 29 gauge color with a 7-year workmanship warranty. And we use lifetime Zach screws on the roof. Let's talk about Zach screws. Why Zach screws? Screws typically have a rubber washer, whereas a Zach screw has a rubber washer, but it has a cup over the rubber washer. So what happens when we screw that screw down into the metal, if it's a regular screw, it's exposed to the sunlight, and what happens over time, that rubber washer deteriorates. It dry rots. And when that happens, you got leaks. Whereas the Zach screw, because it has a cup over the washer, when we screw it down, the sun can't get to that rubber washer. Okay? That's the best screw in the business. And on Mallett buildings that's all they have. Okay? Even our Quality Series has the same thing. Now, let's talk about that. Quality Series, you can buy a 30 by 60 by 12 with a 20-foot gable and include 2-3 for $45,999. Folks, compare that to what we're paying for things that won't give you a 40, 50, 60, a lifetime of service like a building. Okay? I've also got a 30 by 50 by 12 with a 20-foot wing. It's $47,999. Now these are the Quality Series. They're not the Mallett buildings. These will come with two-year workmanship warranties, okay? It doesn't have all this. That's why there's a difference in price, okay? Now, my competitors, they try to sell this, but they still don't have the quality in their building like us. They're not using dry kill lumber. We are using dry kill lumber, okay? They're not putting the things in these buildings. Now, you can upgrade these buildings, but this is by far the Best Buy. Now, we have the Best Buy building series. That's an all-white wooded building. We can sell them if you want to. It is the cheapest thing we sell, and a lot of my competitors, especially our out-of-state people like Oklahoma, when they come in, they're using number 3 white wood. I'm telling you, I've seen it for years. Louisiana has one of the most highly infested termite regions in the United States of America. You need treated lumber, okay? You need the post protectors, because when you put the post in the ground, it's protected. The organisms from the dirt can't get to it. The concrete doesn't touch it. That's why we put the skirt guard around the bottom grade board too. We don't want concrete touching wood, and we don't want the dirt touching the wood. That's why we wrap those, okay? That's something we started many years ago. But anyway, we got a lot of sales going on. Give us a call. We want to earn your business. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, 337-515-2154, or you can call the office at 337-214-0428. We want to earn your business and come visit us. I'd love to show you our facility, because we have a truss plant. We build our own trusses, and we're soon going to add a roll form plant, hopefully next year, and a window plant. So we're looking forward. We're growing. We're growing. We're not slowing down. We're going faster and faster. So look, give us a call. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you this afternoon. People listening?
Oh, yeah, I had